Bozzy's playing with stuff. Come here. Come on.
Your mic's too hot.
He wants a bed. Then turn down. Bozzy, come on. Come on up here. Come on.
I want both of you to shut up.
Well, you know what?
Boz, just chill, man.
Ish would have been.
We laid in bed together for like 4 hours
Come
today.
here, Boz.
While I was too depressed to get up. And he was not. Yesterday we laid in bed all day today, and he would not touch me.
Wow.
He was all about Brian.
Bozzy loves me more.
Moot point, an issue which no satisfactory answer is found.
This is all a moot point.
The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! Ma, the meatloaf!
Like a cow's opinion.
I've had it with this dump! We got no food, we got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
This is all a moot point. Doesn't matter.
Hello and welcome to the Moot Points. And despite what Joey from Friends said, it does fucking matter. It all matters. Life matters. The fact that my dog loves my brother more than me, it matters. It's a real thing.
Jeez, you're all up in your own feelings
Welcome
right
to
now.
the Moot Points Feelings Cast.
All right, so we had a lot to talk about. We had Coachella this past weekend. I'm fighting with Twitter trolls about Trump over things that they shouldn't be. Here's the thing I don't get about Twitter trolls and Trump folk.
Here we go.
No, we're going to get into it in a minute. This is called a tease.
Is it? If
yeah.
it's a tease, it can only last, I'll time you, it can only last a minute.
Not on a talk show, homie. We're not up against the clock here. No, it's called get out of your own feelings with the content and look at what the premise is. It's just basic comedy. And I'm annoyed. And some guy told me he unfollowed me. But let's get back to what Pat started with.
He unfollowed you on Twitter?
Yeah, bro. He said he was going to do it.
You should text back to those people. Bots do that to me all the time. I don't care.
He said he did it, and then I went and checked, and he followed through. So I'm proud of JD. Anyways, also I think it's so unnecessary to tell people, don't unfollow you. Just do it. All right, so Pat, let's talk about how your dog loves me more.
I don't want to talk about that.
Why?
Well, I was all like, we got back from Coachella yesterday.
You have any sad music you play right now? Turn around every night. No, that's...
Nope.
Yeah, that.
That's nothing.
That blue button doesn't play nothing. I mean, that's just horror music.
No.
Although those are way too loud, by the way. If you can turn those down.
You know what's...
Just a... Oh, yo, you don't like my stories.
Yeah, I don't. Shut up, bro.
He wants to get back in my lap right now, but I'm not letting him. All right, you need to work on your sound effects. This is your job. I mean, not your job. That's unfortunate to say.
Job.
Unnecessary to say. All right, so listen, we were on Coachella Recovery Sunday. Should we go back to the beginning, Patrick, of the Coachella weekend adventure? Should we go all the way back to the beginning, or should we start with your dog loving you more?
None of this is exciting.
No, are you kidding me? Coachella is exciting, man. For people who aren't in California, Coachella is, I mean, whether we like it or not, and I know that I hate it because of all the basic bitchiness, and to be honest, I'm mad that Sunday I was so hungover, I didn't even get to enjoy my favorite part of Coachella weekend, which is not having anyone who goes to Coachella in town for the weekend. And I blew it on Sunday because we just watched movies the entire day and I cuddled with your dog who clearly likes me more than you.
Yeah, see, that's why my Sunday was bad. So your Sunday was bad for these bigger things. Like, even right now, you're holding my dog.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He's being kind of needy right now.
He looks like he doesn't care for it.
Well, I don't know what to do with him. He looked like he wanted to get up here. Listen, I don't know. You know, boss, go back on the couch. Just lay on the couch. You're good.
Just chill, dog.
No.
You know what, dog? Fuck off. Like, I don't think it's like...
Whoa!
Now he's like
You don't gotta drive.
Listen, you can hear him. He's ripping the couch. He's like trying to make a hole in the couch. And then he stops when he put the microphone next to him. He's an asshole. Like, he just is an asshole.
He wants to be
He's an
no part of the
asshole dog.
All right, no.
He's
Coach,
dick. He was like snuggling with you so hard. And I'd be like, Boz, come to me. And he'd like stare at me for like a straight minute. Not blinking.
He slept with me all
and then he
Saturday
would
night.
curl up next to you. No, I know. It was terrible. Would you shut up, dog? I'm gonna fucking kill you.
What is he trying to dig for in this couch?
Nothing.
All right, so let's go back. Let's hey,
stop.
To move on, we
You're
have to back it up.
Ugh.
So Saturday we went out to Coachella. Coachella, if you're not familiar with Coachella, you're not on Twitter.
You're an idiot loser.
No, you're good. Your life is good.
Honestly, the people who go to Coachella
are awful.
Yeah, and if they think you don't know about Coachella, you are a fucking loser to them.
Yeah, they
that
hate
is
it.
like if you're not.
It's the scenest of the sceney
when
things.
you go to Coachella and you like Coachella, that is you living your best life. And I only say that.
Living your best life.
I only say that because I heard multiple people say that I'm living my best life right now.
You know who's not living
and we
their...
didn't even go to the festival.
You know who's not living their best life? Anyone saying they're living their best life.
I mean, Jackson's on the couch right now, and he's not like he was.
No, Jackson is living his best life. I can see it on his face now. He's laying on the couch. He's been just like... He's so living his best life, the hangover after Coachella, that he's not even bringing the food out of the bag to eat it. He's reaching in the bag, grabbing handfuls of chips from Hermanos Mexican on Santa Monica and Gower. A little plug.
Living his best life.
Living his best life. No, it's the people that just go for the photos. And regardless. Also, you know what? Do that too. I don't even know why I care anymore.
Do whatever you want, people.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
You know what? I just want you to out of my city for a weekend. So usually I can. This is my weekend where I usually love every part of people being gone.
Lucky for you, it happens next weekend also.
I'll be gone. I will be knee deep in the Gulf of Mexico next weekend, you suckers. I will be phoning it in. We will be doing a Bluetooth podcast while I'm sitting on a beach in Panama City. So, anyways.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't. Let's test that Bluetooth technology we got. So here's the thing. Coachella, I will say this. Amp Radio had an amp house. And we have friends that were going out there, which is awesome. But the amp house, I'm not kidding you, looked like Pablo Escobar's Palm Springs abode, right? It was a big one story, which is very Pablo-esque. He didn't like two stories.
It was 2 stories, but the first one was on the ground.
This has a basement.
It was a basement.
What are we Russians? Has a basement.
It has
Rocky
a
goes to the
basement,
Bullwinkles.
you know. Sure.
So,
Moose and squirrel.
it was a sprawling hacienda. And it's probably like 10, 12 bedrooms, I'm guessing. And Amp Radio and K-Rock. And our sister station, the LGBTQ station, Channel Q, had it was like their co-sponsored house. But the backyard was sprawling. It was huge. There was a pool, there was a pond, there's tons of grass, there was a grown-up beer pong with garbage cans and volleyball. That was pretty fun. They had a teeter-totter. Bad idea. Did you see that girl almost just die on a teeter-totter?
Yeah, I did.
We were about to leave, and there was a dude and a chick on a teeter-totter. And he
like
almost...
a giant teeter-totter.
Yeah, like a grown-up sized teeter-totter with like a padded seat. He almost launched her 30 feet off the ground. It was unbelievable.
Would have been a better story
but
had she gone 30 feet.
But here's how I know it was Pablo Escobar's joint. The backyard backed up against a weird private airfield. Who the hell does a private airfield in their backyard but Pablo Escobar? And the inside of the house hadn't been redone since at least the late 80s. Late 80s. That's so Escobar, maybe Chapo. Maybe El Chapo.
You know what's funny about that place is that it was in the desert, and yet all of the art on the walls was like shells. Like it was like shells in picture frames
how you do
with
it,
like
dude.
a weird 3D dolphin jumping over it. It's like, do you guys know where we are? There should be like turtles and cactuses. We're in the fucking desert.
It was great, man. It was all free tequila, vodka. We didn't get too turnt there. I was hungover on Sunday because of the length of time drinking.
Do we want to talk about the real story that happened there?
Oh, your laceration?
If that's what you want to
I
call
said
it.
this today on the radio.
If that's
I said we were in the car and my brother all of a sudden had like what looked like a stab wound, but that's not fair. Do you want to be for real about your skin issues?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
Were you tempted? Were you like tiptoeing around like my sanctity of like my personal bubble, not talking about it on the radio?
No,
because I figured you guys would have brought it up because Brad was traumatized.
No,
and
no,
you
no.
probably will never forget.
It was in my head this morning
You
when I was
will
walking to
never
work.
forget what happened.
No. I listen, dude. We come from a family with really crappy skin genetics. Like we got awful skin genetics. You thank my father for this.
Thing.
Just bad. We're cysty people. We get cysts. We get weird things. You have lanced.
To be fair, I am.
You're the weirdest. You're the weirdest. You're like...
I'm an anomaly. I'm like a YouTube video. Like
well, here's the thing.
My skin is a walking YouTube video.
You're Mrs. What's that YouTube or that?
I'm trying to go viral all the time doing other things. When in reality, I should just point a camera at my weird body.
We blew it. What happened on Saturday? We blew it.
But we couldn't really.
It would have been a long. It could have been.
I would have told you to record it, but then where do we post?
All right. Let's back it up. But we'll say we could get the AM PM footage, security footage, and probably go viral with that.
My body is the grossest thing on the planet.
We're leaving the Coachella house. Our plan was never to stay at the Coachella house.
No.
We didn't even have tickets for the concert.
We were just going to hang out for the day. Perfect amount
Totally
of
good.
Coachella.
Free tequila, see all the work people.
I've lived in LA for 15 years, never been to Coachella.
Also,
that is on purpose.
I've never been either.
I just don't like festivals. Like they're too many people. It's too hot. Like,
and I feel like for me, drinking until like 5 or 6 is a good time for me to check out with the coworkers. You know what I mean? Like
I've seen you drink past that. And it's dangerous.
No, listen, dude. One time we drank past that and you fell downstairs and busted your face open.
One time we drank past that and you tried to fight 2 security guards.
That's true. I did. I actually pushed my mom out of the way. And
you were like, I'll kill both of you.
I'll kill both of you
kill.
in this hallway. But here's what I learned. A little quick side note. If you go full crazy, people think you know skills you don't know. So basically, my only plan for self-defense is this. I go so full crazy. I'm like, I'll kill you, and bring someone else over. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, this guy's like special services.
George Washington, kill that fucking wood tooth bitch too.
Exactly. But then if they call me on it, I just submit immediately. Like, I'm kidding, guys. I was just joking around. But they never do. So far, I'm 2 for 2 on the going out crazy.
Let's not go 2 for 3.
I'm not trying to challenge. No.
2 for 3 would be a
Listen,
tough.
Crazy finds me, Pat. I don't find crazy. I mind my own. For the most part.
So back to my story.
All right.
This is how Crazy found Brian right after Coachella.
That's how you make a good show, Pat. You got to tangent a bunch.
I know.
So it's a long form tease. We're basically going to talk about how your back gash
I don't even
happened.
know how. How do we really explain?
I'll tell you. So what happened was we're hanging out all day at Coachella House. We're drinking in the sun, having a good time. It's hot. We're out in the sun. We're just having a good day. We get in the shuttle. We try to leave early. This is how responsible we were being.
We were leaving. We left early. We were like, there's going to be a line to get out of here.
Yeah.
And we all wanted to go home. It was like, we're coming by.
And I hit the point.
We're not here to party.
I'd had enough tequila shots with the bosses. And mind you, at the Coachella house at AMP, like we had all of our bosses that work at the station that manage every station, that manage the entire branch. So I was like, you know what? It's all good. Had shots with the bosses. I'm ready to bounce. And when I said that, Pat was like, I'm good to go too. We all go jump in the car. So we're in the shuttle. We're getting off the shuttle, and for some reason the shuttle driver was like, "Hey, this is crazy, but my girlfriend, sorry, my daughter is like a monster fan." I got nervous because Pat's gonna push a button, so I should stop looking at your hands. He's like, "Jerk off." So he goes, "My daughter's a huge fan. Can we take a picture?" But then he can't figure out his phone. God, it's long. Then finally, I just have to take a picture with my phone and just
basically,
have to airdrop it.
I got off the thing.
Then how did you guys meet these girls?
Where the hell is Brian?
You met some girls. Why did you meet these girls?
So they were girls who know like Alex D and like some other people.
DJ Alex D from Amp Radio.
Yeah. So like, and they were like friends of theirs, and they're like, "Oh, we saw you in the backstage," and I'd like talked to maybe one of them, like I can't remember what her name was.
Confident.
Yeah, just like it was one of those things where we got off and we were walking off and we were like, oh, hey, yeah, we know each other. Like, all cool, all good.
Yeah, that's my bad.
And
I got
then
off
they were asking us like where we were going. And me and Brad were being me and Brad about it. Where we're like, we're going nowhere. We're going back to Hollywood.
And by the way, Brad's our designated driver who had not one drink.
Yeah. And so he's like, maybe
I think he had one Heineken.
He's like not
because he said he was getting stressed out.
He had one Heineken. He had one Heineken. But I mean...
But I remember hearing him go, like, I need a Heineken. I'm like, are you drinking? He's
if
like...
you're driving away from Coachella and you only had one Heineken, that's it.
You should be driving all of Coachella.
You should get a ticket for that. Like, you are a loser.
Like, yeah, but hey, have fun, dog. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, Brad. You're not a loser. You're the man.
No. Dad Brad was driving.
Dad Brad was driving, and these girls were kind of like walking around with us, and like it was fine looking for the car. And they were like, kind of like, where are you guys going? Where are you going after this? And then Brian ran up and was like, where are you going? We'll give you a ride anywhere. We'll drive you any place. I'm Brian the Weaver. I'm 2-man, and I'll do fucking anything.
That's actually offensively mischaracterizing what happened.
I don't exactly remember how.
I walked up and I was like, yo, what's going on, guys? And they're like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, guys, what up? And they're like, we know Alex. And you guys are talking to them. I'm like, oh. And they're like, we're going to the concert. I'm like, oh. And they're like, we don't know how to get there. And I'm like, We could probably give you a ride. Because, listen, hold on. It's not my fault. Because Chelsea Briggs from the Amp Radio Morning Show, told me that the campground, or where you're parked right there.
So this is Chelsea's fault.
No, it technically was walkable. So I figured if it is technically walkable, then it's also, we're probably going to drive right by it. Okay. Here's where it went wrong. These dummies gave Brad the wrong addresses.
They weren't going to the festival. They were going to a different campground.
Near the festival.
They were
going like a half mile from where the hell we were. Like, let's not give them any credit. They drove us around for like 40 minutes going to the wrong addresses until we finally found things. And we ended up driving right back to where we were supposed to be.
I know.
Literally where we were.
So, and here's where the problem lies. There was one girl that knew Alex and like the show and everything, and she was cool and she was chill. And then there was another girl who was not chill, even though she kept saying she was chill. I think probably the thing that you will hear the most at Coachella is I'm chill and you're not.
Super chill.
No one is
I'm the
chill.
chillest.
None of you are chill. You've been planning your outfits for months to go to one festival that you've been to like 10 times. None of you are chill. Anyone who goes to Coachella and takes it seriously, you are not chill. You're not a chill person.
I have 5 outfits. I'm chill.
If you want to go to Coachella, you're not chill. It's not chill. There's a million lines. You don't get to see the artists you want to see unless you're in the way, way back.
Patrick, I'm wearing mesh and tie-dye. I'm chill.
Not chill. You're not chill.
What about these boots?
Chill people roll in like, hey, what's your outfit? It's like, I don't know. This is just the clothes that I have. Like, that's a chill person.
Don't tell me about chill. I wore a Ruth Bader Ginsburg t-shirt.
We cut your pants into shorts because you didn't have any.
I did, guys.
And before that, I cut my pants into shorts because I didn't have any. That is chill.
I wore jeans to the party. And
I will tell you this. Anybody who's listening to this who likes Coachella, planning your outfits.
You sound really heated right now.
I mean, seriously, planning your outfits before Coachella means you're not chill. You're not a chill person. Caring about Coachella in a bigger sense, like it's going to make you a better person, not chill. You're not chill.
You don't know. You've never been to it. You don't even know.
It's just not chill. It's not a chill place to be. You're in the fucking desert.
Okay.
In lines.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Why are you encroaching on my character?
Here's why.
I'm rant guy.
Because this girl in the back of the car gets into the car, and we didn't really realize, but she had a drink. She had a drink with her, and we're in Indio Valley,
a mimosa,
and Brad's driving, but he hasn't been drinking, but still, like, that's a fucking dick move.
Whoa.
It's a dick move to hop into a stranger's car with a drink and start swinging it around.
Sure.
So she's being very flippant with the drink. She's flipping it around. She's like, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of.
Also, back, you're on mushrooms at this point.
Yeah, because I'm chill. That's why I was.
Hold on. You can't just tell the story and not say that you are mushrooming.
Why does that have anything to do with it?
Because I think you overreacted a little bit in the grocery store.
I absolutely did not. So I'll tell you what happened in the grocery store. So then we get to a place where it's like, oh, these girls could easily hop out and figure out where the F they're going.
Thank you for not swearing.
And not inconveniencing people who are just trying to help them. But instead, this girl decides to go into the store with us while we try to look for some things we need with the drink still in her hand.
No. See, this is where I think
and then starts chasing me around the store with it because I'm like, hey, you shouldn't have that drink in here because you're an idiot. And she just chases me around with it, like trying to record me chasing me with it. And she's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you running from me? What's wrong with you? It's Coachella. It's like, it's not Coachella. It's Rite Aid. And these are regular people living regular lives.
They're not that regular. They're at Coachella.
Not chill.
They're Coachella CVS. Hold on. You know what's funny is that, listen, I'm going to tell you this. You were mushrooming a little bit because I'll tell you exactly what happened.
I'm always mushrooming a little bit.
Well, you're microdosing.
Nothing to do.
Like, I mean, it's part of your cancer treatments.
It's fine. It has nothing to do with the fact
hold
this girl
on,
was
hold on.
drunk running around the store doing things that are illegal.
Of course. I think your reaction might have been. So here's what happened.
You didn't see. Ask her to send you the video. She was.
Pat, let me finish.
I'm
agreeing with you. That was weird, but it's weirder when you're on mushrooms because it wasn't as weird to me. What I'm going to tell you is this. We stopped at this place because Brad wanted to get coffee at Starbucks. Because if he's like, I'm going to drive these girls, I'm going to get coffee at Starbucks. I go, oh, cool. I'm going to go grab some booze because we're headed home eventually. Right? And she's like, I'll get some too. And I'm, you know what? You guys need snacks too. So we go in the store. And yes, she's got a mimosa in her hand. And she's chasing you with her camera trying to film you.
She's out of line.
But hold on.
That's not
the
chill.
only reason that she's filming you is because I take off immediately because I'm looking for like these girls need food immediately. They're about to like these girls were like festival need food now girls.
Her friend was fine. She was
No, they
fine.
both needed snacks. So I was getting them snacks in the like they have these little meat cheese
Why the
packet
fuck
things.
Were we getting them snacks?
I was being a nice person.
They were awful. We were already being nice to them by
So
driving
hold
them
on,
somewhere. They did not need snacks.
I'm getting a bottle.
They were
of
shitty Coachella people.
Okay, I'm getting a
They
bottle of
were.
whiskey for them, and we're getting snacks. And she comes up to me, she goes, "Hey, your friend just ran out of here all crazy." And I go, "What do you mean he ran out of here?" She goes, "He just like freaked out and ran out of here."
No, and what'd she say? She said, he said he was stressing.
Yeah, he said he was stressed out or too stressed out.
No, he said, I am stressing him out because I looked at
Well,
her
yeah,
and
you
I
were
was like,
stressing him
you're
out.
fucking stressing me out.
Well, yeah, because she was filming you and you were on mushrooms and she
And
had
I
a
was,
drink.
that has nothing to do with the mushrooms. It had everything to do with the fact that regular society says you don't walk into a store with
that's
an
fair point,
open
fair point.
drink and start like she was spilling it on things, like she was being ridiculous.
Fair point. No, she was being a complete a-hole.
I didn't need any sort of substances to help me think that made me uncomfortable. Like that made me.
But you may not have ran out of the store.
No, I looked at her in the face and I ran right out. I was also
I know
worried.
you did.
I was worried about all of us. I was like, do you know how many cops there are around Coachella? Like, and she didn't stop being an asshole after that. Either.
No,
like she
upped
continued to
the
be
ante
a
on
drunk
that.
dickhead.
So here's the best part about the whole thing is I actually made money in the deal because she paid me $20 for a bottle of Jack and like 3 snack pack. Like,
and when we finally found out
And
where
then
she was going,
she
I
gave me
kicked her out of
cash.
the car like I put my foot
Yeah.
on her ass.
She gave
and
me-
she walked out and fucking kicked her. Like, get
you're
out.
don't admit to kicking women.
I don't care. She was an asshole.
No, she goes.
She was a self-entitled.
She gave me
chump
$20 and she goes.
Coachella loser.
She gave me $20. We drove around for 40 minutes. She gave me $20 and she goes like, where's my change? I go, you don't get any change. She goes, why? I go, because I don't have any cash on me. And I paid card for that bottle of whiskey.
And we just drove you idiots around for 45
And she
minutes.
goes-
You didn't even know where you were going.
She goes, give me the bottle. And I go, listen, I just dumped some in a bottle of Diet Coke for you.
That's in your
But
hand.
you
that you
are
don't even
going
realize.
into the concert in 10 seconds. You can't bring a bottle of Jack with you. So
and
I made
also, the
money.
last thing you need is more alcohol, you idiot.
Yeah, she's pretty idiot.
She was an idiot.
Pretty good idiot.
If she hears this, it's fine. It's like, then come to me at a time when you're sober and explain to me how you're not an idiot, but you were only stressing me out. To the point.
Hold on. Can we play some
Stressing-
transition music, though? We need some transition music.
This is what she heard in her head. The whole time I was saying, like, hey, turn off TikTok. You're not Kesha. Please stop. You are an annoying person. Who, like, is way too... I don't know. Like, everyone who goes to Coachella...
They
like,
were
it's
just so
entitled to be, like,
Coachella.
just such a dick.
They were so chella. All right, so what happened was that whole thing, that was stressful. It was weird and it was stressful.
And the fact that it's like, okay, you were 2 people who asked for a favor from some other people.
I mean, imagine
Not
how
only
mad
have you
Brad
been-
is. Brad
not-
hasn't had any booze at all.
I mean, not only have you been annoying, but you also don't know where you're asking us to take you.
Right.
Like, we're driving around in fucking circles. And
they're-
I'm very cool. Like, I'm chill. I'm chill until people are actually not chill. And it's like,
Right.
you're being disrespectful. You're being mad disrespectful. Figure out where it is you're going, and then we will give you a ride there. If not, get out.
Well,
Get out of the car.
eventually-
When we went to Rite Aid, they should have stayed out of the car. They should have just been like, hey, we don't know where
Yeah.
we're going. You took us to a place that's closer to where we're going.
I mean, I can't believe you guys even told these people to give him a ride.
I
It was me. I did it. It was my fault. It was my fault. All right, so let's move on.
This is how bad they stressed me out.
All right, so
I have skin problems.
Pat has some like big, to bring it back around, he's got some like skin issues.
I'm a freak.
He's got an abscess on his back.
YouTube, like shit
Yeah, it's like stuff you got to go to like that Netflix doctor and have her lance that, and it's gross.
thing.
And we're
But
in
I
there-
like power through it, and I don't.
No,
like,
you don't make a deal of it. You just, you got
I
a
don't
big
tell
old
anybody that
you got a
it
big
was
old
going
lump on
on.
your back. Like we've dealt with
Every
this for
time
years.
somebody hugs me and slaps me on the back like an alpha male, I just want to curl
It's a
up in
big-ass
ball.
half golf ball.
It hurts so
There-
bad.
Back in the day, we were at a wedding years ago. My mom like lanced one, and she was like,
In
"That
Brazil,
was an experience."
we're in Brazil.
yeah.
No, we didn't. She tried to lance it. It didn't work.
Oh shoot, really?
Then we got back,
shiv that bitch.
and I started throwing up.
Not mom, shiv that bitch. Shiv that. Oh, you got an infection from it?
No, so you've never. This is how Killian saw it. So Killian saw it very much the way that you.
I thought
saw
that you
it.
guys like handled it in Brazil.
No, mom tried to stab it out and it didn't work. It like made it worse. Like
And you
it
got an infection?
bigger. I mean, the infection was already there, so it's like I had
So
a
you got to stab deep. to get into that.
I mean, or you have to let it all come up on its own, because here's what happened is after we got back from Brazil, you, me, Killian, and some friends went to $1 well night at Kel's.
Oh, that's a bad,
terrible.
Nah, it's Kel's on Fremont Street.
And we got absolutely fucked up.
$1 wells is a really bad idea.
Killian picked me up from somewhere the next morning. I don't remember where, but we were going to get coffee, and I was like, I'm going to throw up. And he was like, okay. He pulled over. Yeah. I leaned out the door. I was wearing a white shirt. I started heaving. And all of a sudden he was like,
dude, your back is...
there's blood on your back. And I was like, what do you mean there's blood on my back? And he's like, there's just like blood. And and I pulled my shirt up, and he was like, what the fuck? Yeah. And that giant golf ball had exploded. Excise itself.
So this is a spoiler alert if you aren't comfortable with these conversations. The skin infection, abscess. I tried to have this conversation with my girlfriend last night. She's like, why would you tell me this? And I'm like, I just thought that I literally thought you would find this interesting, what I had to do to Pat's back.
And to be completely honest, like Saturday. I felt, so, I don't know, do you want to tell how?
Okay, hold on. Let me tell you this part. So, we get rid of those girls. They were a hot mess, right? And
they were pissing me off so bad. And at the end of it, she was like, I feel like you don't like me. It's like, I don't care for you. I don't care for you. She's like, I'm so chill. You're not chill.
To be fair,
you're not fucking chill.
To be fair,
you're the least chill.
To be fair, I wasn't super drunk. Nah, I was pretty drunk. I was buzzed, but I wasn't.
We were drunk.
Drunk, but I was not. Listen, I know when I'm drunk. When I'm drunk, it's a mess. I was good. And Pat turns around and he goes, hey, man. He goes, I think my back exploded a little bit. And I was like, what? And he goes, I think I'm he goes, and I know what that means because he's got skin issues. And I'm like, what? He goes, did anything, he's like, I feel like, and I go, oh my God.
I pulled my shirt up and I was because I could feel like wetness.
Yeah. So it was like a big streak of fluid and blood on his wife beatery shirt. And he pulls it up. I'm like, geez, that abscess is done for. Those girls stressed you out of the point in which your skin bump out of was my back. We're done.
That bump has been there for months.
Like a month.
Right? No, I'm not months, but years. It's been
it's been small though.
Maybe not 2 years, but probably.
But it's been small. It's been getting bigger.
It's been smaller. It's been small, and it's next to another giant bump that's back there. But when they get infected, a couple weeks ago, it started getting red, and I was like, "That's not good."
Yeah, that's bad.
Or it is good because the only other way to get rid of them is for it to have the doctor cut the whole thing out, and it's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you've done that a few times.
Or it gets infected, and then it does its thing.
I mean, people say that they love it when we keep it real on the podcast. This is so real.
It's gonna get so
it's super bloody and super gross. I'm like, oh my God, geez. I'm like, Pat, there's white discharge,
feta cheese
crusties coming out. This is really gross.
So gross.
Feta's gross. Don't ruin that.
If anybody thinks that I actually enjoy this shit too, I am disgusted by myself. I am disgusted by myself.
And it's we're at an AM PM in Indio, and this is a situation. I've got a bunch of Starbucks napkins in my side
so here's
thing,
what happened.
And he's bleeding all the way down his back, down, below his pants.
So we pull up to this gas station. I'm like, I need to go and see what's up with this. So I go into the bathroom. I grab as many napkins as I can.
There's no mirrors in the bathroom.
There's no mirrors in the bathroom. It's directly in the center of my bath, and I can't see what's going on. So I just put a napkin back there, and I pull it up. And what comes back is...
awful.
Oh, awful. Disgustingness.
Just discharge and grossness.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is gross.
This is bad.
It looks like... Food.
So he's out in the parking lot and he comes back out because there's no mirror. So and we get napkins and
I came running out.
By the way, hold on. We send Brad over to Sonic to get napkins. Motherfucker comes back with just a milkshake and he's like, "Don't have any napkins." What were you doing? In the meantime,
just waiting.
I'm doing triage in the parking lot of this AM/PM, and a dude in a black car Suburban. High security kind of guy wearing a black suit, has black gloves that are plastic.
Sweetheart.
Yeah, totally. But of course, he ain't phased at all. We're like, hey, man.
He said he walked by at first and he's like, I thought you guys got in a fight, and so I was going to stay away. But then I realized you
that
have
was an infection.
You have a weird skin problem going on.
And he went back. He unzipped his security bag or first aid bag, but he had like a bulletproof Suburban that was just parked at the AMP and he's just waiting for whatever like famous person he dropped off at Coachella. He's just chilling. He's got gloves on. He puts gloves on. He gloves up. He does the whole thing. He's doing this thing. He gives his card. His card is for like weapons training, all sorts of stuff. And he's wearing black glasses and he's like a former Navy SEAL. He's like, hey, nothing, no big deal, dude.
He wasn't even grossed out by it, dude.
Nah, he just gauze his pad up like nothing big. And I'm like trying to be like, yo, dude. Like,
when I first showed Brian while we were driving, Brad started gagging immediately.
Like, oh,
and Brian was like, oh my God, there's like feta cheese all over your back. Like,
come to think of it, that's probably why Brad ran over to Sonic and was like, you guys, this is on you. This is on you guys. So dude triage his pad up. We're good. To a point, we drive home. Basically, we stop at the Hat, which is like a big pastrami place. We have a good time. No, we're back to normal life now. But then I come back over on Saturday night, and
I took a shower and took like the bandage off and was like,
yeah, and there was like literally a hole in his back
looked like I got shot by like a 22.
Yeah,
it's like a 22. Like if you got killed by a 22, it's like a 22 size.
So this is where I was like, I need to help. This is where I'm a little bit not traumatized, but I'm a little bit.
You
it's
should
more
be
real.
Traumatized because I didn't even see what you pulled out of my back, but you showed it to me and it was fucked up.
I mean, it was really gross. It was, so this thing was like, it was like the hole was there and there was still things in it. And so I just, you know what? I
started massaging around.
I got paper towels. This is when we became so close as brothers. I massaged around it and forced whatever it was in there to come out.
And what did it look like?
I don't want people to get grossed out, man.
It looked like a white baby finger.
Oh my God, don't.
It looked like
it
a
did
white
not.
baby finger.
It was disgusting.
Huge.
It was, I felt
so big.
But some people enjoy the stories of what gets pushed out of skin like that.
I know people are just so fascinated. And you even said, like, as you were going, like, you kept coming back.
I was pretty fascinated,
You kept coming back to the well.
I gotta be honest, like, I wanted to make...
Like, we woke up, he stayed over that night.
I want to make sure the job was
woke
done.
Up the next morning,
do I
he
need
was
to,
like, do
go
you need
back?
me to get back on the back? I was like, I don't, Brian. You can stop.
Listen, dude, it becomes more of like a mission.
Like, what else is in there?
And I will say this, like
your fucking keys pop out, or like a phone you lost like 2 years ago.
Oh my God!
My fucking flip phone.
My email password.
Wow. Next telephone.
Nah, man. It's well, it just, here's the thing. It may be gross to you guys who are listening, and you probably stopped at this.
It's hella
point.
gross.
If you're still listening, you're in for it. You know, if you're still listening, it was like a squeezing a
You know what?
maniac's
If you're still listening, you'll never admit it to anybody, but you're still listening. You're still listening.
The point
Everybody's
is that the
fascinated by this
human
shit.
body-
This guy walked by and was like, "Hey, I'd like to help you." With
The
your
human
back."
body is weird.
It's fucking weird.
It's a weird thing. And the weirdest part was, so I felt like I got it all out. I kind of massaged around the edges. And I was like, listen, I've had bad skin too. Nowhere near this monstrosity. This is like World War III. And I'm like, get in there. Like, whatever came out was a situation.
It was so...
But then it was weird. It was like, oh my God, there's an empty pocket between your actual body and your skin. Like the thing that was in there, the abscessy thing.
It was like
was between the layer of your epidermis and your actual body. Because I was like, oh my God, I like pushed on your back, and it felt like I was like, I'd hit your skin and then be able to push in and touch your body. It was like, oh my, it was so weird. It was
like loose skin like around,
an
like
empty
I just lost
sack.
weight.
Yeah, I was really. You're doing that. Is it okay?
It's not okay. It is okay. The back is actually, so here's the thing is I was already.
Once you get it out of there, it's good.
I already
you
had
clean
an
it,
appointment to go to the doctor, and I've done this before, and to get a cyst removed like that, like they cut around the cyst and
Why
they
they
cut.
just jab into it.
I don't know.
Just force it out.
Or just like fire it full of bacteria and let it get gross, and then it'll pop out. Like that's a way. It's almost easier than.
Grody. That was
How did
Edgar.
that come up on our?
Well, because I'm on the Bluetooth.
All right, let's talk Edgar.
No, it's probably about work. We had a business meeting today about the show.
Well,
oof, boy, what is this show?
That said, I am down one bump, so I only need to have one. I was like looking forward to this summer, like fuck, I have to have 2 bumps removed, and it like to get the bump removed, like They keep me wide awake while they cut out like about 4 inches of skin, like square.
Yeah, they do.
And then they stitch it back together, and then I have to like not do things that I like break the stitches for like 4 days. Like to do that twice, like is a humongous.
I got to be honest, man. I think a way better idea is to just have girls from Coachella
stress me out so bad that I explode. Yeah. Like literally, it took me. They were out of the car for like 3 minutes, and then I was like, Brian, my back feels wet. And then Brian saw it and was like,
I mean, it was an experience.
I mean, I can't even tell you. I went into the bathroom, at 8 p.m. and I had like a certain amount of napkins. And I reached back.
Hit some outro music. I think we've rammed this one home.
I reached back and
you guys, you know what? Next podcast, I'm going to talk about how I've been accused of cheating my girlfriend because there's a hot dude living in my house. Well, and that's for next time. And I'm going to call you live from the Gulf of Mexico.
God, I didn't realize we'd gone through the whole podcast just talking about our gross shit.
Dude, I had other stuff to talk about, man. Other stuff. You know what? That's for the next show.
It's fine.
I had a troll getting after me about Trump and Notre Dame.
I almost am bummed that we didn't take any pictures of the whole back thing, but
we were in emergency
mode,
mode,
dude.
dude.
Gross. It was just so gross.
Couldn't do it.
We'll only fuck your ears up with that.
Ugh.
All right.
Hey guys, we went from Coachella to puss. Coachella to weird infections.
This might
That's
be the
not
most
that bad. A lot of Coachella.
I mean, honestly, this is the most interesting Coachella-related podcast you will listen to. Nothing else cooler happened to
At
Coachella.
least an infection you didn't get from Coachella. You just got... You had it. Or is this for real, the music that you're ending on?
I accidentally...
I kind of like Go Back to Beastie Boys. It's a good ending. Start that again. Kidding, don't edit that.
I will never edit any of it. If I was going to edit it, I'd edit it from the very beginning.
If you edit, you hit the word delete.
I would hit
delete
the word
button.
delete and be like, nobody wants to hear about my back fuss.
All right, we're going to do another podcast. I will be live from Panama City Beach, knee deep in the Gulf of Mexico. Bringing my dogs to the beach, dude.
I'll just be here.
All right, well, have fun with that.
I'll just be here.
Enjoy, you
Chilling.
big pussy.
Chilling.
Work on that bump. Get some more Coachella girls to come over. You know what you've seen more of? A bunch of Billie Eilish, Childish Gambino playing in the background.
Swear to God, if I have to hear one more rich young music artist do like an inspirational post about all you have to do is follow your dreams.
I'm 15.
That's easy to say when you figured it out at 20, you fucking idiot. Wait till you're 40 and you are all confused.
We found Pat's weak spot besides...
Good luck, Billy English. I hope it fucking works out forever. I'm sure it'll be that easy.
Billy English.
Who is... What's her name? I don't really give a shit. You're all a bunch of losers.
Jesus, what an old man.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Yeah, when you get a back bump, talk to me, English.
Yeah, come back when you have a back bump.
Sick of these English fucking assholes.
It's Eilish.
Whatever. Is she English?
No.
All right, I like her better.
She's American. From LA. Whatevs.
Boring. Boring people. Get a back bump, and then hit me up, Billie Eilish.
The name of your comedy album.
I saw an interview with her and she was like, you don't really know how it's like really hard to be an artist. Yeah, for other artists. Not for you. You're crushing it.
Try having a back bump, you bitch.
Stop crying. You're at Coachella. You're living your best life.
God. You're having a meltdown right now.
Living your best life. I'm having back bumps just because I can't even get... I've never been to Coachella.
I'm leaving the show. Pat, you just keep doing it.
I will. I got within 40 yards of Coachella and my back exploded because you guys are fucking annoying.
I'm for really walking out.
Walk out, Brian, and I'll keep talking about how Coachella people are fucking weak. It's not that I don't like you. It's just it can't be the coolest thing that's ever happened to you. There are other people performing. And the people who are performing, I don't know. Whatever, I got a back bump. It's a Moot Points podcast. But we're still not done. I'm here. I'm sorry to everyone that I just made uncomfortable, but I had a back bump, so fuck you. Try that, and then tell me you're happy.